There's so much drama in the fandom. What's up, you guys? Jasmine here, and welcome to another Team of Tuesday here on my channel. Yeah, so today it is Tuesday, and I just wanted to talk about something I've been noticing lately. There is a crap ton of drama in this fandom. And just, like, before I get started, no, this video is not blaming any one group of people. Honestly, if anything, I'm blaming the people who just assume it's a certain group of people starting drama, if that makes sense. So basically, in just about every single fandom, there's these things called ships. And that's when you take two people, maybe even more, and you think they would work good together. And some of those ships that we have in our fandom are Sterek, Stydia, Stalia, Scalison, Elizik, Skira, Pidia. Yeah. And there's drama rising between some of these shippers of these ships. Mostly between Sterek shippers and Stalia shippers, or Sterek and Stydia shippers and Stalia shippers. And it's kind of just really not cool. And I'm not blaming Sterek shippers, I'm not blaming Stydia shippers, I'm not blaming anybody, really. I just don't understand where the drama's coming from. Like, so what? Your ship hasn't gone canon yet. There's no problem there, because a lot of ships haven't gone canon. Elizik technically wasn't even canon because they didn't actually DTR. Scalison, they were canon, they were a thing, that they happened, and one of them died. I'm against just about everything going canon, because once something goes canon, the person either dies or they leave the show. But most of the drama has nothing to do with anything going canon. It's basically people blaming Sterek shippers for being a certain type of way, but then Sterek shippers doing absolutely nothing to prove that they're not that type of way. So basically, there's a few different types of Sterek shippers. There's the aggressive shippers who will start drama with anybody the second you say anything about them. Then there's the neutral shippers who are just like, oh, well, sometimes I agree with what the aggressive shipper is saying, and then sometimes I don't. And then there's the shipper who ships it, but they honestly don't care if they go canon or not. They're just like there and they're enjoying it and whatnot. But then there's the Stydia shippers, and they're a little bit mad about the whole Stalia thing too, because really they've been waiting since season 1 for their ship to go canon, or for anything to happen. And honestly, Stydia shippers should be a lot more grateful than they're acting, because their ship has gotten more scenes where they're being romantic or whatever than Sterek shippers have gotten. So I understand a little bit where Sterek shippers are coming from, but Stydia shippers not really, because Styles and Lydia have shared so many scenes. It's ridiculous how many scenes they've shared together. And Stalia shippers are kind of just playing victim. Some of them are playing victim, others are just ignoring everything. But that's not the only drama within the fandom. It's not only the ships. There's character bashing for no reason. I don't understand. I don't know. But most of the drama, anyway, there's very little drama when it comes to character bashing or anything like that. But a majority of the drama does go back to one little thing. Ships. Honestly, the drama in this fandom is a fire, and the thing fueling the fire is the ships. And it's basically 3 ships, Sterek, Stydia, and Stalia. And I'm not blaming these 3 ships for the drama. I'm just saying the drama that is happening involves those ships. Not the shippers, and not all the shippers anyway. I don't get it. And what I mean by that is, it's cool if you say, honestly, I don't ship Stalia, and I'm cool with, like, I ship Sterek, or I ship Stydia, or whatever, but I'm not, like, I just don't ship it. But then there's this, which is just being downright cold-hearted and insensitive to other people's actual opinions, which is, I don't ship Stalia, I hate Stalia, I'm boycotting the show because of Stalia, I can't believe Jeff would ever write in Stalia, and saying all this other stuff. Like, I've seen accounts saying, with their name is hashtag Stop Stalia 2014. That's actually kind of childish in my opinion. But then there was that thing, it was like anti-Stadia campaign, which was started by Stadia and Static Shippers, which blows my mind. Honestly, I think sometimes we all forget that it is just a show. It is literally just a show. The ships aren't real. The second that the show is over, the characters and the ships and all that crap, they cease to exist. They're not real. And honestly, I forget this sometimes, and that's okay, but there's some people who just take it way too serious, and they act like these relationships are going to like end world hunger, cure cancer, and all that crap. It's not. Honestly, I don't know when this fandom became more about ships than the actual show itself, but I think we all need to have like an actual reality check and realize that, yeah, it's just a show, and there's an actual plot going on. You should, like, I'm not saying if you're watching a show just for a ship, you're watching it for the wrong reasons, but if you're watching a show just for a ship, then you gotta, like, that's not a good reason to be watching the show. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying stop watching the show and that you need to leave the fandom because you're only watching for a ship. I'm saying it's not a good reason to be watching a show because there's an amazing plot. And it would be freaking amazeballs if everybody could forget about ships for like one episode. And by that, I mean like, just like, it doesn't have to be the next episode coming up, but just one episode. Can people not worry about a ship or ships or whatever and just actually pay attention to the show and not complain that there hasn't been a certain thing happening with your ship and it hasn't gone canon, or they're not getting in all this other stuff. Like, just one episode, forget about that stuff. And another thing is the whole queer baiting thing. You guys assume it's queer baiting. It probably wasn't. Some of you probably took it the wrong way because a lot of people in this fandom misinterpret things that are said. I've been one of those people who's misinterpreted something that's been said by Jeff Davis. So maybe it wasn't queer baiting. The Teen Wolf fandom is an amazing fandom, and I wouldn't want to be a part of any other fandom in the world. I am happy I'm in this fandom, but you know, there's some times where I just look at the things going on in this fandom and I just wonder why. And I say this because the only reason I'm making this video is because I found this Tumblr page called Teen Wolf Confessions, and some of the stuff on there was just downright ridiculous, and it was basically all about ships. That's all I really saw on there was stuff about ships, and I found it, quite frankly, ridiculous. But there was some stuff on the page that I agree with. I'm not saying this page is a totally terrible page that should never be created and should be taken down. I'm saying it's a page that the person running it should control what confessions they post. Like, they should have a limit, you know, because some of the stuff on there, it hurts some people. Like, some people it actually hurts, and then other people is like, yeah, I agree with that. But then there's just stuff on there, like, there's literally, I could go scroll pages and pages worth of people arguing back and forth over one confession. It's ridiculous. I just want the fandom to go back to the way it was back in 2011 and like 2012 and heck, 2013, because honestly, maybe it's because I wasn't really on Tumblr like that last year, but I didn't even start noticing like the drama with ships and all that crap until like, I want to say December last year. And that's all I've got to say about that. Give this video a big thumbs up for me. Leave that in the comments. What are your opinions on Static, Stadia, and Stadia and the drama going on right now? If you haven't seen any of my videos before and this is the first video of mine that you've seen, hit the subscribe button down below for more Teen Wolf Tuesday videos. Yeah. Until next Tuesday. Peace out.